From across the field, the proud Duke of Burgundy, Charles the Bold, watched the enemy come out from the forest. The Battle of Grandson was about to begin. It was the year 1476 of our Lord in Western Europe. The Duchy of Burgundy was entailed in a series of conflicts against the Swiss Confederacy that would be later known as the Burgundian Wars. The Duke Charles I of Burgundy, nicknamed the Bold for his ambitious plans, had recently captured the Swiss-held city of Grandson. When the city surrendered, the survivors were executed as an intimidation tactic. Almost 1,000 people were hanged from the trees or drowned in the nearby river. Soon, the Swiss response to this barbaric act arrived in the form of a relief army of 18,000 men. Arriving the 1st of March of 1476, they laid camp at the town of Bevay. Inner quarrel had delayed the Swiss reinforcements, allowing Charles to encamp north of Grandson and prepare for the battle. A dense forest separated the Burgundians from the Swiss, crossed by a river. Both sides were connected through 2 roads, which Charles managed to block before the Swiss advance. The Burgundian host had a favorable position. Heavy artillery and cavalry, and 2 vanguards blocking the way of their enemy. They also enjoyed superiority in numbers, with around 20,000 men at their disposal. The odds were heavily in favor of Charles the Bold, so the Swiss resorted to draw the enemy away from their position. During the night, the Swiss launched a surprise attack on the 2 Burgundian blockades. After fierce fighting, one of the Burgundian garrisons fell back, opening the way for the Swiss army. The morning of March the 2nd, Charles the Bold honored his nickname by leaving behind his advantageous position and closing in on the forest. When the first Swiss came out of the tree line, the massive Burgundian army was still on the move. However, the Swiss vanguard were too few in numbers to attack and waited for the rest of the infantry to arrive. From across the field, The proud Duke of Burgundy, Charles the Bold, watched the enemy come out from the forest and form a massive pike square. The Battle of Grandson was about to begin. The Duke of Burgundy knew that the more he waited, the more men joined the enemy formation. When he had the chance, he fired his cannons towards the Swiss pike square. After the artillery barrage, the Burgundian cavalry darted forward so as to break the enemy formation. After this failed attack, the Burgundian cavalry retreated. Despite the bombardment, the Swiss pike square had survived the attack. The Duke of Burgundy commanded a full-on bombardment on the enemy formation, for which his troops had to move out of the way of his guns. During this rearrangement, the last of the Swiss reinforcements arrived, and the whole of their army marched towards Charles' disorganized men. The Burgundian army realized they had been taken on the wrong foot and started fleeing. Despite the fact that the Swiss had obtained a victory against all odds, they failed to capitalize on it. They looted the war camp left behind by the Burgundian army, and they simply reinforced the frontier regions. But Charles' vengeance would soon arrive.